Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, by this time, my Microsoft impressions should be up, and now I'm going to take a look at Sony's presentation and tell you guys what I think. Their presentation started off by kind of just going over PS3 games like The Last of Us, stuff like that, just telling us that they're going to keep supporting the platform, things are going to keep coming out. But the moment we were all waiting for, of course, was the PS4 unveiling to finally see what this console looks like, what it's going to be bringing to us. Now, the big thing, I was watching with my buddy Chris, and it came out, and we just kind of looked at each other and we're like, what? This looks very, very similar to the Xbox One. I know it's kind of like a diamond shape almost, I don't know the technical mathematical term or whatever for it, but it kind of looks like they took the Xbox One, hit the top part of it, and it just slanted like this. So now it's just kind of like tilted. But I didn't expect these consoles to be too like space age technology or anything like that. I didn't really care. It's going to be a box that sits on my shelf anyways. The one thing that I thought was kind of unfair of people's criticisms of Microsoft, their first press event, was it was all entertainment. And I know that spared this E3 from being about like what the system can do and what entertainment features it's going to do. And that's something that Sony had to do this presentation. They talked about Netflix and all those sort of features. And I know there was on my Twitter people were like, oh, now that Xbox talking about all their features, entertainment features beforehand, doesn't look too bad of an idea. Honestly, I agreed. I would have liked to see just pure games from Sony as well. But we'll get to that in a second. So with the games we got shown, I definitely liked them. We saw Killzone Shadowfall, we saw Infamous Second Son, The Order 1886, I want to say, Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, you know, those multi-platform games. But of course I'm intrigued by Killzone. I've never played any of the games in the series before, so, excuse me. I really think that this will be, from what I've seen, a couple of interviews and just videos, the game looks beautiful. There's a forest scene that I saw where the sunlight's shining right through the trees, and it's just, like, it's almost awe-inspiring how nice it is. Of course, Infamous Second Son, the videos I've seen of that game, I know it's not a launch title, but oh wow, that game is going to be stellar. I can't wait to play as this guy. He's a little douchey, but I think he's just the right enough, like, teenage angst type of guy, or like early 20s to be like, oh, okay, I can relate with this guy. I thought The Order 1886 was, I didn't understand exactly what it is, kind of like a steampunk kind of like monster hunting or type of thing. I don't understand it. I definitely want to see some gameplay on it, but I thought it was pretty cool. And of course, people from Ubisoft and things like that, and from Sony have both said games that are multi-platformed, like Assassin's Creed, Batman Origins, or Arkham Origins, whatever, they're going to have exclusive content in-game just for the PlayStation 4. So I thought that was pretty cool. Other games we saw, Final Fantasy 15, I want to say, Kingdom Hearts 3, people thought those were going to be exclusive to the PS4. They're not. They're going to be available on the Xbox One as well. I know a lot of people, I've seen on Twitter, people are complaining, but I honestly don't see why. I mean, why? I know you the fanboys and the bandwagon guys are going to say, oh, we want our exclusives, but for me, I want other people to enjoy these games just as much as I have, and especially in the terms of like Kingdom Hearts 3, I want to be able to talk about that with my friends, and if they own an Xbox One, I will still want to be able to have them experience it, so we can have conversations about that. That's a series that I really like, and I would love to be able to talk to more people now about that game. We saw more from Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed 4. This is looking really, really good, guys. I'm definitely excited about that. Yeah, between Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed 4, those are going to be the two big main multi-platform games that I'm just like, oh man, this third-person adventure type of thing is really going to be great. And finally, if you're friends with me or you see my Xbox account, you're gonna know that I play NBA 2K14 or 2K13 a lot. So when they announced that LeBron James is gonna be on the cover and they showed that trailer, oh man, if you haven't seen the NBA 2K14 trailer yet, type it in for the next gen, and you definitely have to watch it. The comparison of LeBron James in real life and in the running on the PS4 hardware or on the next gen hardware, it was just phenomenal. And when they showed the montage of the in-game footage of like him playing in actual games, it was just my jaw dropped, and I turned to my buddy Chris and I was just like, this is insane, man. This is like watching a real television basketball game. I feel like I'm watching an NBA game right now. So I'm definitely excited to see what those developers at 2K Games are going to bring to us basketball fans. They've came out and said there's going to be distinct differences between the next gen and the current gen, or I guess some people are calling it the legacy gen maybe, but there's going to be distinct differences between each of those games that will make them unique. So I really want to see where they're going with that, because I think they could add a lot of fun, cool features. Of course, a big thing that Sony did, they came out with their big slideshow presentation, and they looked Microsoft dead in the eyes, and they said gamers deserve to own their games. They should be able to share them with who they want, and so they said no use game DRM. You don't have to connect every 24 hours to play your games. These games are yours to play at all times. And my friends and I just went crazy when we heard this. People were cheering and yelling at the press conference when they heard it. I mean, it's great to see a big company like Sony not to tell us what we want, but to hear what we said and react and adjust their plans accordingly. I know the publishers, they said this, that third-party publishers will still have that opportunity to put DRM in there, like the kind that we had on the Xbox 360 and PS3. But honestly, if you're a publisher and you saw what happened, like how much the Xbox One got criticism, Microsoft got criticism for DRM, I'm saying you're kind of scared to put any DRM on the PS4 games. I'm sorry, because those games are going to tank, because people do not care. No matter how good your game is, there's a lot of people that DRM thing is just crucial for them. So yeah, I like that. After that happened, we got another big announcement that my mind just got blown, because I was expecting the PS4 would come in at around $500 to $600, maybe a pricing stage scheme, or even just straight on $600. So I started seeing tweets, and all of a sudden on the press conference they say PS4 will be $399 USD, and I was just like, what? We're getting this console for $100 cheaper than Microsoft's console, and my mind was blown, my jaw was on the floor. I was so excited to see that we're not gonna have to pay out the ass for this console. So that's one thing that definitely drove me to want to pre-order this console. The one thing they did kind of slide in there though is that online multiplayer will be behind the PS Plus paywall, which is okay. I know a lot of people don't want that, but coming from someone who's already paying $60 a year, not a big deal to me. Yeah, I definitely will be pre-ordering this console. It's either gonna come today or tomorrow, I think, is when I'm gonna head to GameStop and throw down my money on it. So yeah, all in all, I really loved what Sony had to do. I hope that they stick to their word about everything that they said, and I think that the PS4 right off launch is gonna be very successful. I know a lot of gamers are gonna switch from Microsoft to Sony. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to thumbs up this video, leave a comment with some of your thoughts. You didn't like what I said, totally disagree with me, tell me. I want to hear your guys' feedback. So be sure to subscribe though, you'll see all my videos. I plan on doing one more about Nintendo. So yeah, thanks again for watching, see you soon.